Ta-da! What's up, guys, and welcome back. My name is Rob. Of course, welcome back to Rule of Two Review. And as you can kind of see a little bit behind me, I am officially in my new place, my new home here in Portland, Oregon. Just having moved from Denver, Colorado. Really crazy thing. My life is so different now than it was even just a week ago. And I'm still kind of like processing and reeling from the whole big change. Love Denver to death. Best city on planet Earth. I have nothing bad to say about Denver, but my life and work kind of just took me in a different place, and I came here to Portland, and I'm loving it so far. So just that quick update. I'm here in Portland. I only have half of my computer set up going, so I'll be able to do typical intro and outro card stuff. No music, no gameplay footage, none of that stuff yet, and no good sound. Again, I'm just recording on my phone's microphone here, which kind of sucks. But pretty soon I'll get everything going, a really cool background, that kind of whole thing. But I just wanted to finally be able to touch base with you guys, because I know it's been now a while since the day that I was packing and had that crazy news about Nintendo and the NX announcement and all that stuff. So, but I'm ready to go. You know, I'm back up and able to do at least a couple things here in my new place, which is really exciting. There's been a lot of news, a lot of gaming news to talk about the last almost week now since I've been able to update you guys since moving here. And so it's really hard for me to kind of determine what it was that I was going to do. Based Vidya, one of my favorite smaller YouTube channels. Please go check him out. I'll link him below. He told me on Twitter that I should make a video updating you about Portland hipsters, which there are many, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to talk about gaming instead. And the thing that I wanted to talk about, my first video back from my new location here, is really probably, I think, the biggest piece of news that happened over this last week while I've been gone, and that's going to be the news about Hideo Kojima leaving Konami, purportedly, and also how that will affect Silent Hills, because anyone who knows me or has been following Rule of Two Review for, you know, most of the time it's existed has probably heard me talk about how much I love fucking Silent Hill. It is the shit. It's the best. I love it. I worship that series. And the news and the reveal of Silent Hills and PT and Norman Reedus and Del Toro and Kojima working on it, just like unfucking real amazing information. So excited. And I also like Hideo Kojima. He, I think, has the right kind of ideals, and his crazy out-of-the-box thinking, I think, is always very genuine, and it's just who he is. It never feels forced to me. And Metal Gear's a great series. I've only played a couple of them. I played the original Metal Gear on the NES, Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, the remake, a little bit of 2, and a little bit of 3. So I appreciate the series, and I know what makes it great, and I think Snake is a great character. So everything about Kojima and what makes him him, I love, and I've loved most of the games he's worked on. I also think Konami is still a pretty good studio. Silent Hill, when you look at that series, it's interesting because I love it so much. It could be considered top 5 series of all time for me, potentially. But there's also so many bad games in the Silent Hill lineage, you know? So it's a really strange kind of catch-22 when it comes to analyzing that series as a whole, which is why this news was great news for Silent Hill fans and for the series as a whole. And had me freaking pooping my pants with excitement. It's just so great. But what's going on with Hideo Kojima? So there's not a whole lot of details, other than it seems like there has been an internal restructuring that has removed Hideo Kojima's name from the credits of Metal Gear, from being whatever, I don't know, his executive producer, somewhere pretty high up in the hierarchy within Konami. And his name has been removed from all this stuff. And there's been legitimately quotes stating that Kojima is leaving Konami and that he'll finish Metal Gear Solid 5 per contract negotiations, but that's it. Not a lot of talk about Silent Hill has happened, other than I think it sounds like it's being considered delayed or just not really priority for Konami right now, so I'm going to get into that in a minute. But when it comes to what's happening with Kojima, that maybe there was some internal debates fighting over creative control is kind of what it seems like, or what I've heard. That's very interesting to me. He doesn't seem like the guy who would be that way. But at the same time, because of his position and his history and his legacy, I could also maybe see a realistic case where he would fight extra hard to maintain his creative control. Metal Gear Solid is his baby, so maybe he really just needs to work to keep that, you know? I mean, it's a tough call. It's definitely a catch-22 kind of scenario, you know? And to be fair, none of this has been officially confirmed. It just is basically what is happening. I mean, it seems like everyone knows it. The information I could find, videos from trusted sources that I watched that discussed it, it all sounds like it is going to happen, or it has already happened, and it just hasn't been officially made in a press release from Konami. So it kind of is in this gray area where we know it's true and it's happening, but no one said that it's officially true yet. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. For all we know, it either isn't true at all, or they end up fixing their issues before they have to make a public statement about it, and maybe Kojima can stay on. My hope and my dream, and this is even just excluding Silent Hills, but just in general, my hope is that everything does work out. I don't want Hideo Kojima to leave Metal Gear after this game, and I don't want him to leave Konami. I just want everything to be okay because I like the guy, and sometimes these shakeups, I think that they suck. I just don't want to see this kind of drama and mess go on. I think that it's not fun to watch, and a lot of times it can hurt games, you know? I mean, what Konami has said is that when it comes to Metal Gear specifically, that the series and the license will continue without Kojima's overall overseeing of the projects after Metal Gear Solid 5 is concluded, which, of course, it's their #1 baby right now. The best thing Konami has going for themselves is Metal Gear Solid. So this game, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain is going to be, I don't think I'll play it, but I know it's going to be great, and I know it's going to review very well, and it's going to sell very well. So it's definitely, I think it's something that they should fight for. It's smart for them to do so. And so, okay, so when it comes to Silent Hills, this is the tough one, because this is the one that's very personal to me. I hold Silent Hill very near and dear to my heart. And as I said, everything happening that we've seen so far with Silent Hills has been great. Now, it's interesting to me that some people say that with Kojima potentially leaving Konami, that would affect Silent Hill's development. When I first heard about this Kojima news a couple days ago, and when I thought about how it might affect Silent Hills, it never really came, a thought never really came to my mind that him leaving would stop production or halt production of Silent Hills. And people are talking about it like it is doing that, and it's halting production, and the game is in this limbic status where it might be canceled outright, or it's just delayed until they figure out what they're going to do with it or whatever. And I find that kind of odd, because Silent Hill has never been Hideo Kojima's project. He's never worked on the series, even as long as he's been with Konami. So I don't really know why his decision to work with the company or not work with the company would affect what's happening with Silent Hill, because he doesn't own the creative control of that property. It seemed like the property just existed as a Konami property, and they decided to take one of their senior developers and put him on as director of the game. Okay, that person leaves, you find another director. You've already got Norman Reedus, a great actor, and Guillermo del motherfucking Toro, an amazing filmmaker, attached to this project. You've got what you need. You know what story you're telling already. You've obviously been working on early assets and an engine and a plot, because you've hired fucking Norman Reedus, of all people. Like, you know what you're doing. I mean, yes, you'd want to keep a director on from beginning to end. You never want to see that change hands. But hey, if he left, you find somebody else. Kojima isn't like the namesake to Silent Hill. This game doesn't have to rely on Kojima, so I don't understand why people are talking about it like him leaving affects Silent Hill, or why Konami's talking about it that way. To me, that seems ridiculous. I mean, I'm not the one in control of these decisions, you know, I'm just the gamer who is waiting for the product and enjoys talking about it, you know, to you guys and amongst my friends. But I just think that that's a ridiculous idea. Why would Kojima's departure influence the development and potential release of Silent Hills? That seems stupid to me. So what I want to hope is, because none of that's also been confirmed, that it's not really true, and that Silent Hills is still going to be okay, and they're still moving forward with it, and they're just going to have to find somebody else. If it really does turn out to be true that Kojima is leaving Konami and not going to be working on Silent Hills anymore, find another motherfucker to work on Silent Hills. The end. I mean, Guillermo del Toro, by perfect coincidence example, was working on the Hobbit trilogy. Well, at that time, it was just 2 films. He was working on the new Hobbit films, and he made it pretty far into pre-production. You can watch a lot of that on the appendices for An Unexpected Journey. And he had to leave because they couldn't get the green light for so long, even after working on the early assets and special effects and scripts and the makeup for all the dwarves and all these things. He was working on that. He had early designs for Schmaug, you know? And all of a sudden, he had to leave, and they didn't just scrap the fucking project. They found someone else to do it. Luckily, Peter Jackson was already involved, of course, in a producing capacity, so he jumped on to direct it. You know what? It turned out great. He made that his own. He made it work with his previous trilogy, and all was hunky-dory. So I don't know why that can't be the same here with a game that's obviously as early into production as Silent Hills is. Like, there was no way that game was going to come out this year. It's obviously a 2016 game, and if it was a 2015 game, make it a 2016 game and get someone new on it and finish the fucking game. Like, anyway, I'm kind of just getting a little upset because, again, Silent Hill matters to me. I'm very excited for this project, and it seems asinine to me that this would influence what's going on with that game. But again, we don't really know any of this is true, so I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit, but a lot of people have been talking about it. So, I mean, someone even made a freaking video called Silent Hills Canceled, even though nowhere in that video did he say that it was confirmed that Silent Hills was canceled. So it was a ridiculous video, but it shows that people are talking about it, you know. So I guess that's pretty much my thoughts, you know. It's pretty crazy news. At the end of the day, I would like for Kojima to not have to leave Konami. I would like for an internal shakeup to not happen. I would like him to stay on Metal Gear, and I would really like him to stay on Silent Hills, or at the very least, to get confirmation that Silent Hills is still A-okay and not getting canceled, scrapped, or fucking delayed just because of this, you know? There's plenty of people capable of making a great Silent Hill game, especially with Del Toro in the mix. Like, you got the right people involved. What are you fucking doing, Konami? Don't be stupid. Get your heads out of your asses. So, anyway, I guess I got kind of mad because I love Silent Hill. But I'm really not mad. I just wanted to discuss all this stuff. I hope it works out. It'll be interesting to see what gets confirmed over the next couple days or week, you know? Of course, as always, you know, leave your thoughts and stuff below. I really want to hear what you guys think. Or maybe you know stuff that I don't know. I always love hearing further information you guys can share with me because I don't always have all the details and facts. You know, I just kind of go off of what I have to go off of. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your patience, waiting for me to get back to the YouTubes and the internets and stuff. Feels really good to be making a video for you guys right now. Regular format's coming. Better audio is coming back. You know, once I get my mixer and my microphones and stuff set up, and my recording program, my other computer, my gameplay footage, and my capture and all that stuff. All the regular stuff is coming soon. I don't know how many more videos I'll make this way, but just, you know, hopefully you guys seem okay with it. And it seems like every video I've made so far, you guys have been cool with it. So that means a lot. Thank you so much. So, yep, thanks for tuning in. Please feel free to subscribe, rate, and comment, and discuss Kojima and Silent Hills and stuff below. And thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys sometime on whatever video I end up making for a Rule of 2 review.